Hello everyone, T-Man978. Thanks to Amazon. That's where I got it, Amazon. If somebody asks me, I swear I might block you. Link in the description to where you can get her on Amazon if she's still available. Anywho, Transformers Studio Series 86. Transformers the movie. I like how they changed the logo right there. That's cool. Arcee, she's a deluxe glass figure. And already off top, she looks so much better than the previous release. But yeah, I already know it's a retool of Thrilling 30 Arcee. She has Battle of Autobot City. When the Decepticons launch their attack, Arcee converts Autobot City. Yeah, that's what she did in the show. You can reach in and touch her. I see her gun in there. You can't, but I can. Let's get it out of this box. For the curious people that are never getting this, this is how it comes. Thank you for watching my video anyway. Yay. And of course we get the backdrop that's in here. Here's the battle for Autobot City, just as you remember from the movie. Remember that? Of course you remember, because you old like me. Or maybe you're young and you have cool parents. Studio Series 86 Arcee. She is mostly good and an improvement over any of the other G1 style RCs we've gotten recently. Her accessory is this gun, which is pretty much is the same gun she's been coming with. Initially it looked painted to me, but looking at it right now, it kind of just looks like regular gray plastic. So, but it still looks good. Still looks painted somehow. I don't know how, but here she is. Here's the face. They didn't change. Well, I'm gonna have to transform the Thrilling 31 again and look at the face, but I don't think they changed the head sculpt. One thing I do like is you definitely see where the pink stops and the white starts as far as her head, but the head is all white and it doesn't have any like extra details. Here is her backpack, which is still huge. Unfortunately, it's coming down basically behind her knees. That seems to be the case for a lot of these RC. But this part is removable. It's not designed to be easily removable, but it is removable. But you can see they have the paint down here, all that detail. The legs are new, the feet are new. I believe the forearms are new, and some of the actual chest assembly and whatnot is new. And I'm gonna have to look at that actual part too on the Thrilling 30. Right, here she is. Let's get into the articulation. The head can look all the way crazy up. You get a little bit of tilt side to side, and of course it can rotate. Arms go out to the side that much before they stop. Of course you can do it like this. Nothing makes it actually when you do it like that, that can get you like a 90-degree-ish. But this swivels, this bends in way more than 90 degrees. Unfortunately, she doesn't have forearm or wrist swivel. I wish they would have added that. You do have a waist rotation. You do have an ab crunch. The legs can kick out that far. They can come forward that much. They can go back that much. You get above the knee rotation right there. The knees bend more than 90 degrees. The ankles go back all the way, come forward a lot, and you get beyond what you need as far as ankle pivot. The hands have been retooled. They look like that. The gun can go all the way through the hand when she holds it. You can, and I'm gonna bring up what you keep noticing, but the gun is capable of storing in her legs on both sides. And I believe You can even store it up there if you want. But here's a fatal flaw with this figure, or at least for me. This does not connect together like at all. At all. Look at that. There's a peg right there. And it goes into that slot. That's where the gun fits in vehicle mode. But it doesn't peg together like at all. So while you're manipulating it, it'll keep coming loose. The ab crunch stays, but if you keep going forward, sometimes it'll make this dislodge right there. But here's what I was doing earlier. Her neck kind of looks weird for this. I was trying to have her like lean forward and looking up, but her body kind of looks odd when I get her in a pose, and it's like very disappointing to me because I was so pumped that she has a waist swivel and an ab crunch, but when you use it, it just looks weird to me, and then it just keeps, her body keeps disconnecting, and it's frustrating. I don't know what this is supposed to clip to, but it sure doesn't clip to it, and I can't see anything that it could clip to. Like this whole section, this whole piece is the clip point, and it's all that empty space back there. I don't know, unless, oh, you know what? Is it supposed to go back here? Hold on, folks. I was thinking, what if this is supposed to clip back there, but if I did that, then her body would be hanging out right there. There would be no way to like hinge that to look correct, because this doesn't rotate in the middle. So yeah, the only way it can clip, or it's supposed to clip, is right there, and it just doesn't. So that is definitely frustrating for me. I'm gonna get into all the comparisons, and then I'll take that little backpack thing off and let you see what that looks like. Here she is with the Thrilling 30. As you can see, the thighs are thicker, the waist is more round and more humanoid. The arms, I think the forearms appear to be fully retooled. They definitely don't have this weapon slot thing because she doesn't hold swords. The butt and all that is retooled, and you see the backpack is completely like different as far as everything under here. But it comes up higher, as you can see, and you can see more of her legs from the back, which I do think is cool. The chest panel and the over the shoulder part seems to all be the same. That little part behind the head is the same. Well, yeah, but she doesn't have waist rotation, ab crunch, ankle pivot. The feet are permanently in an A stance. They can only rock forward and back. But she does have great knee. She has pretty much all the same other articulation, just no ankle pivot, no waist swivel or ab crunch, and yeah, pretty much the same as this one. All right, here's the war for Cybertron. Main difference is the face is like all white. The chest is completely a solid piece and doesn't blend in with the transformation at all. Open hand still with no wrist rotation. She has these kind of feet. The things that she lacks that this one has, she doesn't have a ab crunch, but she does have a waist rotation right here. The head is just on a swivel. It's not on a ball joint, so she can't look up. But she actually does have real double jointed knees. The elbows still bend more than 90 degrees. So, yeah. Oh yeah, here's the backpack. Well, there you are with that. The rest of these comparisons are going to be more rapid fire because I don't need to directly compare it to her. Here's this comparison, this comparison, this comparison, this comparison, and this comparison. And I pretty much have a review for everything that I showed, just about, maybe except for one or two. Just type that character, put chill review behind it, and you'll find my review if you want to see my opinions and more details on that specific figure. Now, the last thing I'm going to show off is how you take this off. Basically, we can unstretch our body, kind of detach the head, bring this up, and now we can actually see this part right here. It's actually clipped in right here by like two little nubs. I'm basically gonna rock it until it comes loose and bring that out. Now we have to bring the body back down, bring this back down, clip this back over the shoulders right here, and then put the head, and that's supposed to lock it into place. And here's what you're looking like without that backpack on. So you can see our whole back nice and cleanly. She does have that hinge back there, so you can see the stand port right here, which you still have access to. But the only problem with this is it seems like things get just a little bit more haywire loose, so just worry about that. But you can take that off if you wanted to. And let's show you how to get that back on. Bring this up, stretch the whole body out. Now with it in this orientation, take this and basically shove one end in and then shove the other in, and now it's back in there. Okay? Okay. Alright. Robot mode, I like, except the issues that it has that I brought up. I do wish it had wrist rotation, and I honestly wish they just gave us a whole completely new mold. I mean, I would have taken a $30 Voyager class Arcee if that would have meant they could have filled in the back of the legs right here, and if they could have come up with a new transformation where this could have compact more. It would have been nice if they changed up this some so that the wheels can go back in there. And yeah, I'm gonna address a question that was asked in Prime versus Prime's video, because he was like, he doesn't see them being able to, like, she's a difficult figure to get the backpack accurate to the cartoon and whatnot, but it has happened. And let me bring Hot Rod back out here. This is like the best Hot Rod ever friggin' made to me. Like, he is the most accurate robot mode and vehicle mode, and it has a ton of articulation and whatnot. Like, if it was a masterpiece, I bet you they could clean up this a bit more to look more like the cartoon, and he wouldn't have weird miscolored mixed match pieces, because they would paint that. But other than that a little bit of stuff, he's pretty much perfect. If they would have charged $30 for this, she could have been slightly taller, and they could have come up with a way to get this clean. They've already done it with Fans Toys Rouge. They've done it with Ocular Max. I forget what her name is, but their version of Arcee. And now we're getting a Legends class New Age that compacts the back completely up. Like, there's like almost damn near no kibble. It is like freaking amazing, and the figure looks just like the Masterpiece figure, and has almost the same. It is like almost the same articulation. So they could have done it better if they actually wanted to, but this is the quickest, cheapest way they could have done it, by half retooling. And I do appreciate the new pieces of articulation like this ankle pivot and the ab crunch. So there's that. Now, transformation. Well, what do we want to do? I'm going to lift this up, and then we can elongate things. But right now I'm going to push her head in and force this in between that until it basically clips. Now we can take these hands and shove them up into this cavity right here. And basically have it like that. Now this stuff, we need to undo this, and now we can start. We'll get it past this because it was underneath of that. Get it past this, and we can rotate this here. Like elongate this, just basically rotate this out once you do that. This piece right here needs to come up, and we can go ahead and clip that into place. Now here is a difficult part for me. I'm going to try to get the arm stretched as much as possible. Well, basically this is the most difficult step. We need to get the little tabs right here into her shoulder groove. So we need to get that in there while getting this little nub behind this. So kind of get it like that. That one went in. Get this behind that, and that one basically went in. Now we need to rotate the waist this way. Get things, make sure that this stays up. Get things lined up like, how did this go? This right here needs to groove into her belly. So get that lined up so that that's grooved into the belly. Now the legs need to bend out this way and bend out that way where the knees are on the outside. Lift the feet up, bend the knees some more, but the legs need to come up here, and this peg that's on the side of the foot needs to go into this groove right here. So do that on both sides. Basically she's a car, but we need to make sure that this fender thing stays up like that because it came loose. All right. And we can take this gun and port that right here. And now here she is in vehicle mode. She is a car. Look at this. I can't believe it's rolling this well. So I must have got it to do something better right now. Here's what she looks like. Getting these panels to stay together is a trial. This gun does not want to stay in that port either. So, but here's what she looks like. They tried to add extra details like this bumper thing right there. Well, I'll bring in the other figures, but they definitely tried to make her have the gray door, the interior, and yeah, this is what it looks like on the bottom. You have the gray wheels peeking out. If there is one thing they didn't improve on, it is this empty space right there. Like, it's not a cohesive car now because you have that empty space. But here she is next to our most direct comparison, because most of this front end is the exact same, just painted different. But that has that gap, but you have the legs back here. They went with a more realistic style transformation that she would have had in a cartoon. Like, her legs became all this area, and it didn't magically become, well, in the cartoon it magically became pink, but they didn't do that here. But the whole back of the car is different. The actual spoiler thing right there seems to be the same. The dashboard is different, and the seats are different. So there's that. This is what this looks like underneath. Like, most of this is the same, except this is her gut, and part of this panel that her head is on is actually retooled. So they did a lot of retooling. And as you can see, the transformation is completely different now as a result. Here is Earthrise / Kingdom Arcee. A little bit wider and shorter. And like I said, this thing resembles like a big bar of soap to me. It's so blocky. So here's what you're working with under here. Less actually transformed, it's more just her just under there hiding. Here is the Titan's Return. Titan's Return is a little bit longer. And of course this opens up because Leonad is in there, aka Daniel. But yeah. Here is Blur. Here is Hot Rod. Here is Springer. Here is Siege Blue Streak. A little bit taller than her, but basically about the same length. And last comparison, a Junkion. Remember she had that little spike thing come out and tear up their tires? Well, that's how a Junkion scales to the Deluxe. Yeah, for the most part, as far as accuracy, as far as colors, this is better. But this is still a cohesive car right here. But that's not what I'm supposed to be here for. As far as this is concerned, I don't like that gap in between the dashboard. It drives me crazy when I'll pay attention to it. I don't like the gappage right there. But yeah, other than that, it is definitely okay. And it rolls. I like that. But it kind of sucks that this gun does not want to stay under here. It can do it, but it doesn't want to stay under there. Alright, reverse transformation. I'm going to take this gun out. And you may have to bear with me because these flap things, that thing is kind of confusing. But bring this down, bring the legs down, rotate them this way and bring the feet up. Rotate them this way, bring the feet up. We can at this point rotate the waist around. Alright. And now we can, this panel right here, it already folded itself in. I'm going to fold it in again. I'm going to let you see me do it. Right here we need to pull away from here. And now we can push this. No, this part, after we separate this part right here is kind of easier going from vehicle mode to robot mode because we can actually flip that up and just get that into this area without having to worry. But now we can rotate this and close that. Up here, you can bring these hands down out of that cavity. Now we can make sure that this actually comes over here because this needs to go up underneath of the top. We can bring this down, detach this, and I'll bring this here, bring that there, like this. And now we can bring the hood down over top of all this and shove the head down and kind of lock it into place. Stand her up, get her how you see fit, and boom, she is a robot again. But like I said earlier, link in the description, my Amazon associate link. That's my personalized link. Anything you do after, anything you purchase after you click that link, it gives me a little bit of change from that. if you actually purchase and keep it, whatever. It doesn't have to be specifically Arcee, but as long as you click the link first and then browse for something else you want, it still gives me credit. Anyway, thank y'all for watching this. Until next time, T-Man978 out of here. Figure action. That one's me. Join the Syndicate Toy Hunters Facebook group. Link in the description. Click the videos. Click the fucking videos, baby. Click the videos. You should really